Hi, welcome to this presentation. My name is Giovanni Cassani. I'm an assistant professor at the Department of Cognitive Science and Artificial Intelligence. And I'll be briefly introducing you to one of the things I'm working on and I'll be working on. This specifically is joint work with Sara and Bossche. And it deals with the intuitions that are evoked by character names in children books and books in general. So we all know that a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, but would Romeo be as credible a lover if his name was, I don't know, Terry? So the starting point, what options do authors have for naming characters in their stories? Well, one is simply to take existing words in a language and exploit to some extent the meaning that a specific word already has to connote the character. So for example, Goofy or Bilbo, which is a tiny pointy sword, which is particularly apt for the character. Another option is simply to take names and surnames that are very much used in a community and assign them to characters like Harry Potter. Another option, a bit more creative maybe, is to entirely make up words or borrow words from other languages. For example, Frankenstein, which is a village not so far from Mannheim, or Dracula, or Gandalf, or Sauron, or Dobby. These words don't necessarily mean anything in the language the book is written in, but still they may convey something about the character. They may instill some expectations in the readers. So which mechanisms do such strategies leverage? And are readers sensitive to the intuitions that are evoked by fictitious names? Or are these names just completely random? And if there are systematic intuitions, can we model them? So the idea is to represent word meaning and character names such that more similar characters have more similar representations. Do the same for the names using, for example, small letter sequences like digrams or trigrams, such that names which sound or look the same on the page are closer. And then learn a function, a mathematical function that maps form onto meaning, such that whenever you get a new form, you can immediately guess something about its meaning and exploit the fact that similar meaning representations cluster together. Then we can go ask people what features each name evokes and check whether the meanings and the relations in the meaning space that we extract with the model align with what people guess. And then on a more abstract general level, maybe if we can do this, it means that the relation between form and meaning is not as arbitrary as it's typically thought by general linguists. And also from a more cultural perspective, we can study whether names are used to, for example, perpetuate or challenge stereotypes about gender, age, ethnicity, valence. And maybe we can also find out why a colleague of mine felt like Roderick Rott, which is apparently a Dutch person which was involved in the in the management of the health crisis, feels like he should be a villain in a children's book. And I agree, so maybe there's something to this. So stay tuned for updates, and thanks to the wonderful illustrators that provided the icons through the Now project. Thanks, and see you around.